with jade green formica. The set was a replica of the one in my childhood home in the little town of Jared, West Texas. Carlos took his usual seat. "May I get you anything?" I asked, mostly out of habit, because Carlos never accepted my offers of refreshments. "How about a cup of tea? Bronwyn has a new blend of carob, orange peel, and rose hips, which I guarantee you tastes a darn sight better than it sounds. It's all the rage."
"No thanks," he said with a quick shake of his head.
I sat in the chair opposite him and waited. He said nothing. "One day," I said.
"Beg pardon?"
"I would like one day, just one, when I wasn't thinking about suspicious death." Carlos gazed at me for another long moment. He wasn't much of a talker under the best of circumstances, and in his line of work, the long pauses surely served a purpose. More than a few cagey suspects and reluctant witnesses, no doubt, had blurted out something incriminating simply to break the oppressive silence. But this time was different. Carlos appeared to be choosing his words with care. And that probably meant he was here because he had come across something he couldn't explain, something that fell far outside the purview of a routine police investigation. That was where I came in. Lily Ivory, unofficial witchy consultant to the SFPD.
"Today's not that day," he finally replied.
Yeah, that was sort of my point. I was feeling so happy right before you came in. One corner of his mouth kicked up in a reluctant smile.
"That's me, all right. The bringer of bad tidings. So I ruined your day, huh?"
"Not yet, you haven't. But something tells me you're about to."
"I need to talk to you about a granddaughter shop gone haywire, a suspicious suicide, and a missing kid."
And there it is.
"I'll start at the beginning, shall I?"
I sat back in my chair. "Sure."
"Last week, a 37-year-old woman named Nikki Utley jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge."
"I hear a lot of people jump off the bridge."
"True."
"So where does a witch come in?"
Utley was into a bunch of strange stuff. Talismans and pentacles, books on everything from Catholic saints to candle magic, medicinal herbs and such. Things more overtly religious than your stuff.
But how is any of that related to her death?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. According to her husband, the woman had been consulting with a woman named Ursula Moreno, who owns a shop called El Pajarito on Mission. What can you tell me about her?
Nothing. I've never heard of her.
I assumed all of your ilk knew each other.
My ilk?
You know what I mean.
I do, but I'm still fairly new in town, remember? And though I wasn't going to volunteer this to a member of the SFPD, friend or no, I kept my distance from curanderas, a Spanish term for healers. They were about as mixed a bag as the one I wore at my waist. Many were talented botanical specialists, others wise elders. A rare few were natural-born witches like me. Still others, the vast majority, dabbled in herbs and prayers and rituals and enjoyed importing and creating talismans and amulets and good luck charms. But a few were out-and-out charlatans. In the course of my life, I have learned many things, not the least of which is that, witchy intuition aside, I am a wretched judge of character. So I tried to steer clear of such shops and their proprietors. Besides, it was cheaper by far to purchase my supplies at small apothecaries in Chinatown, local farmers' markets, or even the ethnic food aisle of a large grocery store. For the more esoteric, witchy items, Maya had introduced me to the wonders of the internet. A few clicks of the mouse and a package of freeze-dried bats would appear on my doorstep in just a few days. As if by magic.
"Anyway," Carlos continued, "it looks like the herbs and instructions and whatnot the victim got from the curandera may have aggravated an underlying condition that led to her suicide."
I'm sorry to hear that. As I'm sure you know, curandera means curer or healer. The herbs and whatnot, as you call them, are meant to help, but you have to know what you're doing. One of my biggest fears was that those who neither understood magical systems nor gave them the proper respect would end up hurting themselves or others. Amateurs experimenting with magic were like toddlers playing with matches. Sooner or later, someone was bound to get hurt. Carlos nodded. "So what happened?" I asked.
"That's what I'm trying to find out. We have a couple of witnesses to the jump, but..."
"But you think there's more to it?" He shrugged.